do y'all feel about being in a relationship and that, like, okay, say y'all had a girlfriend and she went out and hung out with a guy, like,
oh man,
or say like, okay, say this is just like so like say like your girlfriend went out and went drinking with a coworker after work or something. How would y'all feel about that?
No, I'll be honest.
By themselves, it wasn't a group. It was a group.
Well, okay. Put it both ways. What if it was by themselves and what if it was with a group? How would you guys feel? Would it different?
If she's communicating, I'll let it pass, right?
Really?
Alone or in a group. A group, even better. I don't give a fuck.
Right, okay.
A group, who cares a shit? Alone is different.
Yeah.
But if she tells me, like, you know, I'm going out with him. Mm-hmm. It's just one drink. We're just doing this. Fine.
Really?
Whoa! Even if
they're drinking though,
at least once.
Once you mix in liquor, bro, it go crazy.
Yes, but at the same time, it's like there's a level of you have to trust your partner. What the fuck are you doing if she can't even live her life?
I agree. Okay, I agree. But what's the motive? Why does she have to go get a drink with him? Why can't she come home and get a drink with
course,
you?
True.
Like, what's the motive behind it?
Yeah, I mean, of course, yeah.
From your side, give them like that respect and like trust them. But from her
at
side,
least
it's
once.
Like,
but if it, but
right.
let's say she says like I'm getting one drink, and then 3 hours later she comes home. It's like okay, now you're never doing that again.
Right. Yeah.
But if she's like, I don't know, some stupid examples like if she was out on like a job site, and then she's like, I'm going to get drinks with him real quick. Like, you know, maybe it's her boss or something. It's like, okay, fine. And it's like a half hour, fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
I don't know. I think I'm also
at least once you have to. I feel like you have to let her do it once, because then you develop the trust. You know what I mean? You can't. What are you doing? Not allowing her to do anything.
See, I agree with that, and also the whole your life. Just because you're now together with somebody, your life doesn't end.
That's
Understand
true.
that.
That's true. That's so true.
Because this is how my sister kind of phrases it, right? Respect your significant other in their absence. So if they're not there, don't do some shit you don't want them doing. So if you're gonna go out to a club and stuff with your friends, your life didn't end. I understand that, but don't go taking drinks from random people that you don't know. First off, that's just rule number one with anything, relationship or not. Don't just take somebody's drink. All right.
Right.
But like, in my head, that's kind of like single behavior type. If you're just taking drinks from like random people, that's single behavior because they're doing it for a reason,
right?
With an intentions to get with you. But like, if you want to drink and you don't got the money, let me know. I'll just send you a money.
Yes, that's the other thing, right? Like in my situation, that like the hypothetical I just put out, right? Like, what if the boss said, "I want to take you out for drinks," then no, you know, and she says like, "Oh, he's buying me drinks," then no. But let's say they finished up at a job site or some shit, and then they have to go talk about it, and they just so happen to go get some drinks. You know what I mean? Then it's like, okay, how are you going to tell her no?
Right.
It's like now you could be stopping her career from advancing if the person she's going with is like powerful enough to get her a promotion and shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I think just context matters about it.
Okay. Yeah, I like that quote though.
I have
your life doesn't
one
end.
more. No, that's
I feel like
that's
too many.
True. That is
that's why.
Your sister.
That's why a lot of couples like end is because you do everything together and you're basically a single person now.
Yeah.
And then animosity and shit grows because I can't go out and do this with my friend because he's not available to go. I don't feel like I can go because there's no trust there. That's fucking bullshit.
I think that was me with my last relationship.
And if you can't trust
like
that,
one person, then,
and you go to like, let's say you can't trust that. What happens when I'm at work and she's at work if there's no trust there?
Right.
Like, you can't be even out of her sight at this point.
That
like, you have to work together and shit.
Like,
it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Your own life has to.
Yeah.
You need some form of trust. In
people work 8 hours a day. You're not going to see them for at least 8 hours a day.
Right.
So it's like you have to have that trust developed to allow them to do their life too.
Yeah.
Like that's like a lot of couples like will only go to parties if it's both of them and that sort of thing. It's like now you're living in a prison. Now you're going to start hating your partner because you can't do things without them. Oh, I just missed out on the super fun thing with my friends because my partner said I couldn't go. It's like, that's bullshit.
I agree with that, but at the same time, I also feel like if that person is really your person, you would want to be doing that stuff with them.
I mean,
I
like,
agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Me personally, like, I get really attached, but like me personally, like, I just like having a lot of people around, or like if I go out with someone, like I would want my spouse to go. Or
But yeah, but let's say like you got invited with your best friends
right
to go to this bar or like this fun party or something, right?
right.
And your boyfriend told you, and your boyfriend's at work, and he said, "No, you can't go without me."
Well, that would piss me
You
off.
know,
That
what
would
I
be
mean?
like,
see, it's like
yeah.
now there's like you
Feel
can't do
like a
anything like alone.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Now it's weird. So I think there is
No,
a
I
level
get
of
what you're
respect
saying.
there.
I get what you're
I
saying.
see that
And if this
happen
dude
a lot.
tears himself apart while he's working, while you're at this party because he doesn't trust you, now he's going to get home super fucking anxious
Right.
and like probably explode on you, like making sure nothing happened at this party because he doesn't trust you at all.
Right. Okay, do you guys think that causes cheating though? Like when you're like one person and you're like that, do you think that causes someone to look for someone else?
Wait. What? I'm sorry. Repeat it.
Like how you're saying, like if
Yeah,
you
I
just
see.
have no like if you're like one person and constantly all the time you're like up someone's ass, or you just don't like, you go everywhere together, you do everything together, do you think if someone starts like hating that, that's what's gonna grow them to like cheat instead of like leaving because they are one person?
Yeah, so I have a
Oh,
story
yeah.
about this.
Really?
Throughout high school, my homie and this chick were like, everyone throughout high school said like, we want to be you.
Mm-hmm.
Like everyone was like jealous
Oh,
of them
they were the
because they
couple.
were them.
Right,
They
right.
were them.
Couple.
Right.
They
They
were
had a
them.
dog in them, okay.
They were them. So so you know, we go throughout high school. That summer comes, and we have a going away party because he's going to school in Arizona, right? And this is the first time that they will not be hip to hip their entire high school. Keep that in mind. They did everything together. They would go on dates every single day after school, whether that's going home and doing homework, whatever.
Yeah.
But he was going to college, and this is the first time that they will not see each other for like more than like 3 days gap. Now that he's going to college.
Mm-hmm.
So she's super sad or whatever. She's super afraid that he's going to cheat on her when he goes to college.
That sucks that she has the like fear already though.
Right.
She cheated on him 3 days after. She
He was
went out with
projecting.
one other group of friends and cheated on him that night.
Oh boy.
That's fuck.
Man, she really projected that shit.
Mhm.
Aw.
But what I'm saying is that
That's
to me is an example of that right there. You're hip to hip. So as soon as she didn't have him and went out with another group that just so happened had some dudes in it, it was women and dudes that were in this group, she immediately cheated.
I think
Because
she
I feel
just
like your
had
curiosity-
like, an emotional thing too, though.
Your curiosity gets the best of you.
That's true.
I
Yeah.
feel like that's why people should be free to go do their own thing so that they can experience that stuff and not like the second they get it, they're like, oh, okay, I want this.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
let's say you're with someone, you have your space, you go out somewhere, and a girl approaches you. This is you feeling this for the first time. You're like, no. My girlfriend trusts me. I'm not even doing this. I'm not giving her my number, nothing.
Right.
But if you're hip to hip and you haven't even spoke to another, say, woman as a man, you haven't spoke to another woman, and a woman comes up to you, you have no idea what to do. You know what I mean? You'll be like, oh, other women want me? Let me try it out. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because you weren't even given a little bit of it. Like, let's not even go that far that she asked for your number. Let's say you're hanging out at a party and a girl just so happens to start bumping into you a little bit, you know. As, like, if you're a loyal man, you'll be like, that little bit, you'll be like, get the fuck away from me. But if you were hip to hip all the time, that shit never happened, and then some girl really wants you bad, now you won't know what to do. You won't be prepared for it.
See,
That
I never
makes
thought about it
sense.
like that.
I didn't think about that either. Thank you
Honestly.
guys. This is putting a different perspective in my brain. No, because
Sorry,
seriously,
get
I
therapy
needed this.
session.
I needed this.
Because I think it's
I gotta
good for
think about
any
this.
if any relationship's gonna thrive. You need some type of separation, just so you have some type of time apart.
Separation.
And as bad as it
Yeah.
is, you have to have your partner, like, go out alone a little bit
Yeah.
for that reason. Let another
them to
girl
want
hit
it.
on him
Yeah.
and see what he does. If he cheats right away, well, then you just saved yourself a bunch of fucking trouble.
That's really true.
Fair.
That is very true.
I didn't even think it like that. Like,
Yeah.
Because that goes back to the
Train
whole
them.
thing. It's like, yeah,
He comes
it's not
home.
being
Boy.
it's not being manipulative. It's just making sure you're in a good spot.
Right.
Because it's like that goes back to the same thing. You can't be naive enough to think that your partner isn't getting hit on by other people.
Yeah.
Okay, well then, how do you guys feel about the whole like phone things? Like, are you guys crazy about like your partner's phones and shit?
No.
You're not.
I'm not.
I don't give a fuck. Because, like, that's the same level. What's the difference in trust about letting her go out alone and checking her phone? There's no difference there. It's the exact same thing.
That makes sense.
Yeah, we don't even be on our phone like that. Like, I feel like when you have the right person, like, you don't even want to be on your phone sometimes. Like, I will not look at it. I will pay attention to them.
Yeah. Plus, that's a different situation for me because the girl that I will, date a long time won't be addicted to social media or her phone. Because I can't deal with someone like that.
This right now.
No, right.
Yeah, I can't be with someone like that. That is constantly on their phone, posting selfies and shit. Because, like, the intention.
Right.
What are you posting selfies for? To get compliments from the girls?
The girls. I mean, shit.
No, honestly,
You be slamming up on the
listen. When Michaela posts, I'm no better than a man.
No.
Roof, roof.
Literally.
What chance? What chance, Michaela? Listen, Michaela's Pharisee, I'm in love with you.
Oh, thanks.
But, like, you're doing it for a reason, whether that's, like, if you're with someone, like, their ex still follows them, man or female, their ex still follows them, they're posting to see if that person sees their story still.
Right.
Okay, yeah.
Can you tell I've been single for a long time? Because I just think
I
about
was
this shit,
so
but then have no actual
traumatized.
experience. It's just, like, hypothetical bullshit.